Now there's a third common thief of joy, and we see this one in the Christmas story in the wise men, who absolutely went through some things that caused a great deal of confusion. See, the third common thief of joy is just what I said, confusion. Have you noticed when you're confused about life, that joy drains out? That when you can't figure out what you're supposed to do, when you can't make up your mind, you keep second guessing yourself, you doubt yourself on this and that, and you make a decision, then you backtrack, and you're undecided about the direction of your life or where you got to go or what you've got to do. When you're confused about the direction of your life, there's no way you're going to have joy. Now at the first Christmas, everybody's confused except maybe the angels, because they know what's going on, right? Mary's confused, Joseph is confused, the shepherds are confused. The angels show up and they're saying, what is going on here? I mean, King Herod, who lives in Jerusalem, is confused. He says, I'm supposed to be the king of the Jews, and I'm hearing about this other king of the Jews that's been born. What's going on here? And the Bible says that all Jerusalem was confused, that everyone was upset. And also the wise men. They had confusion they had to deal with. Can you imagine them wondering, where are we going? What direction did we take? And the Bible tells us they had come from the east, and it said, we've seen the star in the east, and they were heading west towards Israel. Now, we don't know where they actually came from. They could have come from places like Iran or Persia or the Babylonian Empire. They may have come from places like India or China. But wherever they are, they're heading west. They've seen the star in the east, and they're heading west. They don't have a map. They don't have a schedule. Frankly, they've got to be pretty confused. They just go, we know something's going on. We don't know what it is. We don't know where it is, but it's pretty important. See, the wise men were students of the stars. They're astronomers. They're scholars. And they say, but we have got to go find out what this is because something important has happened. And they take off following this light that they're given to counteract the thieves of joy. When the wise men were confused, they chose to follow God's light one step at a time. See, one of the reasons that they're wise is because they're seeking God. They are serious enough to invest the time and the energy to do this. And if they're coming from Persia or India or China, this is not a day trip. This is taking them months, if not years. And they've got this huge caravan. They've been investing time and money and energy to find Jesus. Let me ask you something. What are you willing to invest to get to know God, to find Jesus? Because that will tell me how smart you are. That'll tell me how wise you are. I mean, what are you willing to invest in time, money, and energy to get to know your Creator? Are you seeking to find Him just like the wise men were? They were willing to invest whatever it took. Are you willing to invest whatever it takes to discover the Creator, your God, the God of all creation? Well, it says in this that they headed out in faith with the light that they were given. They saw the star, and obviously this is not like any other stars out there in the galaxy because this star is moving, right? It moves and it moves and it moves again. And so each time it moves, they're moving. When the light moves, they go. When the light goes south, they head south. When the light moves north, they go north. And they're following the light that God has given them. And they're doing it in faith. They didn't understand everything going on. They didn't even wait to understand all the details. They just started out on this journey. And let me just say that if you're looking to discover who Jesus is, you want to know who the Creator of the universe is and what He knows and has for you, you shouldn't wait till you have it all figured out either. You shouldn't wait till you have all the answers before you get to know God. He wants to know you. But just start out on the journey. Start with the light you've been given. It's one of the reasons we call our church Journeys Crossing, because it's a lifelong process of seeking God. And these guys, these wise men, they don't give up on their search until they actually find Jesus.